Swadika, good evening and welcome to the evening edition of NBT World Brief right here on NBT and NBT World. Here with me, Cholapansan Rula. The Cabinet has approved the cancellation of a long-standing maritime agreement with Cambodia, with Prime Minister Anuthin Charnvirakul confirming that formal notification will be sent to Phnom Penh. The decision ends a 2001 Memorandum of Understanding, commonly known as MOU 44, which has governed discussions over overlapping continental shelf claims between the two countries for more than 2 decades. Prime Minister Anuthin said the move reflects Thailand's policy direction rather than any escalation of bilateral tensions, noting that the agreement had failed to deliver concrete progress after 25 years. He added that the alternative international frameworks, including the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, could serve as reference points for future negotiations, as both Thailand and Cambodia are signatories. With the agreement now considered void from Thailand's perspective, any future talks will require a new framework. The Prime Minister emphasised that the original purpose of MOU 44 was to outline how the two countries might share benefits from undersea resources. Moving forward, he suggested that any renewed discussions could take a different form under a new agreement. Despite concerns that scrapping the agreement could complicate negotiations or heighten tensions, the Premier said that there are currently no active talks underway and expressed confidence that the situation along the border remains stable. He reiterated that national interests will guide all decisions, framing the approach as Thailand first. The Prime Minister also indicated that a meeting with Cambodian counterparts is likely on the sidelines of the upcoming ASEAN summit in the Philippines, where the issue may be raised informally. Thai security agencies and the military, he said, continue to closely monitor border areas with regular updates, ensuring that the situation remains under control. The Ministry of Education is introducing new measures to ease the financial burden on families ahead of the upcoming academic term. Education Minister Praset Chantraruangthong announced that students are now permitted to continue using their existing uniforms, even if they're transferring to a new school or advancing to a higher grade. This policy aims to directly reduce household expenses as living costs continue to rise. In addition to standard uniforms, the ministry has relaxed the requirements for scout and guide outfits. Schools will no longer mandate full sets. Instead, students can wear essential symbols such as scarves and hats alongside their regular or physical education uniforms. This flexibility ensures that students can participate in traditional activities without requiring parents to purchase expensive additional attire. The ministry is also encouraging school administrators to scale back on non-essential fees. This includes charges for library maintenance and extracurricular club memberships. School directors have been granted the authority to tailor these cost-saving measures to fit their local contexts and the specific needs of their student populations. To ensure these policies are applied consistently, the Office of the Basic Education Commission, the Office of the Private Education Commission, and vocational education departments will issue clear guidelines. These measures will cover both public and private institutions nationwide, reflecting the government's commitment to making education more accessible while maintaining high academic standards. The government has moved to fast-track a critical review of its ambitious land bridge project, appointing Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Nitithan Praphat to lead a newly formed study committee that's tasked with delivering conclusions within 90 days. Prime Minister Anuthin Charnvirakul announced the decision following growing debate and differing views surrounding the mega infrastructure plan. He said the study would take a comprehensive approach, examining geopolitical dynamics, investment viability, logistic systems, and broader strategic considerations tied to the project. Officials acknowledge that a narrow focus on cargo transport and financial returns may not fully justify the project, stressing the need to weigh convenience, national strategy, and long-term benefits alongside cost factors. The review will also account for shifting global conditions, especially energy security concerns and evolving geopolitical pressures, with the goal of ensuring Thailand can safeguard its interests and minimize risks. The accelerated timeline reflects the government's urgency to clarify the project's direction as public interest intensifies. A recent survey found that while many residents in southern Thailand support the Land Bridge initiative, gaps in understanding remain, and some groups are preparing formal objections. The Premier said the final decision would hinge on the study's findings, emphasizing that clear communication will be essential to demonstrate the project's value to both local communities and the country as a whole. A lightning strike triggered a small fire at a crude oil storage tank at a refinery operated by Thai Oil Public Company Limited in Sriracha district, prompting a swift emergency response before the situation was quickly brought under control. The incident occurred late afternoon on May 4th when lightning hit the roof of a crude oil tank, igniting a brief fire. Company firefighting teams responded immediately and were able to contain the blaze within a short period, preventing it from spreading or causing significant damage. According to the company, no injuries were reported and there has been no impact on surrounding communities or the environment. Initial inspections also confirmed that the structure of the storage tank remains intact. Operations at the refinery have since returned to normal, with production continuing uninterrupted. An assessment of the damage is currently underway as authorities review the incident and its implications. And that's it for the evening edition of NBT World Brief. Do stay updated with the latest developments right here on NBT and NBT World. For more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across our media platforms. I'm Cholapan Sanarula. Bye-bye now. Swadee ka.